Alright, man, it's Worldwide Sounds Records own DJ Chase, man. You're now locked into the pregame party mix podcast, the Rush Hour Party Mix, right here on Connecticut's own Smack 'em Radio, Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. The pregame party mix podcast on 13 podcast networks. You'll see it, you'll hear it, you'll tune in. And tonight we got the homie, my bro, my Brooklyn comrade. I'm from the Bronx, he's from Brooklyn. So, just a train ride away. Johnnie Floss, man, what up?
What's goody, man? I appreciate you having me, brother. What's goody?
Ain't nothing, brother. How you doing today? I know it's a lot going on with some protesting, some looting, some shooting, some COVID. What's going on with you? How you maintaining through all of this, brother?
Oh man, just trying to keep my head on right, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you're right now, everybody's mind is kind of like on a swivel. Yeah. It's a lot, like you said, it's a lot going on politically, health-wise. You know what I'm saying? So just trying to stay headstrong, man, and just staying focused. I think that's the main thing for most of us people right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yo, Brooklyn MC, for those who tuning in, Brooklyn MC, man. And I seen Johnnie Floss come up through the rankings, and he put in that work. It's not about social media. It's about music with me, and I don't care how many followers you got. I don't care how many likes you got. It's about the talent. So, Johnnie Floss, man, being a Brooklyn MC, man, how you feel about the Brooklyn drill sound?
I think it's a beautiful thing, man. I think music always has a way of changing and also bringing forth new sounds, and that's what music is about. Music is about pushing the envelope, doing things that are different, doing things that are innovative. So, with the whole drill scene right now, man, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little Brooklyn biased when it comes to, Brooklyn artists. So, for us to kind of like, I know we didn't really invent it, but we kind of like pushed it forward a little more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm always gonna be a fan of that when it's Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? So
well, we gonna debate
the drill scene is lit.
I
I
don't know, man. With me, I'm not a fan of it because I don't like the gang stuff. So I'm definitely not a fan of it. The beats are cool,
right.
But I think it's just too much Chicago in it. It's just too much like.
Yes.
By far,
I agree.
I'm older, so I miss and I'm not even that much older, but I miss the New York.
Right.
Just being original, like creating something and vibing with that, not really, saying the word ops and all of that. That's Chicago to the core. So, do you think that would you consider the Brooklyn drill sound kind of biting in a way?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it always goes back to our original thing. Like we kind of always take it. You know what I'm saying? It's as it sounds. Yeah, it's as it sounds and how right it sounds. But that's just what we do. We kind of like take something and just make it our own. Even though, like you said, it is Chicago to the core. But I feel like now we're getting more mixed in with it as far as so many Brooklyn artists getting on and doing it. You know what I'm saying? So. I'm that part of it. I really don't like because I'm more lyric driven. You know what I'm saying? Very heavy kind of guy. But like I said, I'm Brooklyn biased. So what I'm saying? If it's Brooklyn, I'm with it. Like what I mean?
Understood. And I have to respect that. Now, with that being said, man, so tell the people a little bit about your background. Like, what made you start rapping and getting into the music business?
Oh man, it's really my friends, my homies, man, because I always had the talent when I was younger, but they're the ones that kind of like really push me, like, yo, bro, like you got something, like you need to go hard with this, like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So around the time I was in college, I told myself, I was like, listen, man, this music thing might not be for me. Let me just do the good thing. Let me just follow my mom's dreams and go to school and, get a degree and all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then my friend of mine, my man Sean, he's like a brother. You know what I mean? He was like, yo, listen, man, I got this guy that makes beats and he just lost an artist, you know what I'm saying? Because, he was too much in the streets. He's looking for somebody, you know what I'm saying, clean cut, smooth, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to meet up with him.
Yeah.
And once I met with him and he saw that I was serious, we just kind of like clicked, you know what I mean? And that's the birth of Johnnie Floss, like, you know what I'm saying?
There you go. Right. And what made you come up with your name, Johnnie Floss? That's a really creative name.
Thank you, man. I always joke around with my producer, man. Shout out to my boy J Dot. We've been working together for we working together for a while, and he kind of like put that out there in the atmosphere. He was like, "Yo, man, your other names don't really match. We need something that's gonna like grab the people, and something that's not only gonna grab the people, but something that represents you." So you kind of like got that like flashy, laid back kind of style. Like, yo, we need something.
Yeah.
We need something to represent that. So I'm sitting here and I'm just like stretching my brain because I done went through so many names. I was like, man, what am I like? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what am I gonna come up with? That's like. So he had hit me. He was like, I think I got it. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, I think we're gonna go with like Jay Floss or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You be flossing on him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then he said, you know what? Everybody, you don't really have no nickname. You know what I'm saying? So just use your whole first name and just put Floss on the end. So it'd be Johnnie Floss. Like, you know what I mean?
Copy. So with that being said, brother, like even with you, like when we first met, I seen you at the what was that? A Cypher. Yeah, the Cypher. And I was basically like, I was, because I don't promote rappers who talk, like, I don't promote the gang rappers. I just don't do it. I'm not gonna do it, nor will I ever do it. And what made you make the conscious decision to be a more like, polished performer? Excuse me, more like not polished, but like more clean cut, without the gang, the gang stuff to it. Because honestly, as a DJ, it's kind of annoying because it's like everybody wants to be this super gang member, and New York is the safest place on earth. So I don't know who you gang banging for. But what made you like? What made you want to be more like the just a straight regular rapper, like not regular in that terms, but just be a straight narrow rapper.
No, I feel what you're saying. Basically, it's a combination of things. The first thing was my man J Dot was like, listen, once the style that you're gonna bring, you're gonna stand out automatically because you coming from Brooklyn. Everybody got the gangster story, the hood story. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna automatically stand out the gate with that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then two, we always, one thing I always say about him and I, what made our relationship so dope, and why we always work with him is because we always spoke about the business side of things. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, yo, the fact that you don't curse and you use the N-word in your lyrics, that's an automatic win where everybody can buy your music. So he was like, yo, we gonna capitalize on that. I want you to keep doing that. Keep that up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because those two things right there are gonna separate you out the gate. And then lastly, just me being real to myself. A lot of artists, think it's not okay to be yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
there you go.
One of the main artists that I respect that always has been himself since day one, even though he get criticized, even me, sometimes I criticize him, sometimes, he gets slighted, but Drake is one of the guys that I feel made it okay to be yourself because he was kind of on that same wavelength. He was kind of like on that emotional kind of ish and kind of like showing that he has feelings, towards, certain women that other dudes might not rock with, and he wasn't afraid to put that in his music. So, what I'm saying? Those three things are like the main reasons why I was like, you know what, let me just own this lane and own myself with this type of marketing as far as marketing myself. You know what I mean?
Now that's dope, man. Because even with me, I do a lot. And you see me grinding, and like a lot of artists, I just can't deal with them because they don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And you one of the artists. I'm very picky of who I interview. It's not about the paper. It's not about any of that. It's very specific because my platform is listened to by lawyers and label reps and stuff like that. And I want specific artists with something to give. You know what I'm saying? In a sense of good head on their shoulders. And with that being said, too, brother, do like any challenges? Because I know you're an independent artist right now, and you're just focusing and building your music up. Because we got the new single "So Jealous" popping out. But with that being said, too, brother, what are some challenges are you facing as an up and coming artist? Do you feel like slighted by the music business in the music industry, or do you feel like these challenges make me better? So it's a 2-part question. So what challenges you face, and then do you feel that you've been blacklisted a little bit?
I think a couple of challenges. Lyric driven artists not really getting pushed the major, corporations or major, labels or whatever like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a challenge in itself. But I feel like, which is the second part, answering the second part, I feel like eventually when you stay true to yourself, everything is going to come around full circle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't have a lot of examples of that, but we do have one that are kind of like, it's kind of like fairly new, but they're really not.
Mm-hmm.
But they stayed true to themselves, and now they got like the biggest labels behind them, which is Griselda. Griselda is pretty lyric heavy. Very,
I'm a super duper fan of Benny the Butcher.
Yeah.
I'm
absolutely.
Benny the Butcher's fan.
Yeah.
Benny the Butcher's my dude.
So, yeah. So they were able to stay true to themselves, and Eminem and Jay seen that in them, and they respected that, and they gave them the opportunity. And I feel like that gives artists like me or other artists that are lyric heavy to say, you know what, at the end of the day, somebody is gonna, give you opportunities. You just stand fast and just keep doing what you've been doing.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So
respect on that.
I think they're the best. Yeah, they're the best. I think right now at the moment they're the best example of that, because that machine they got behind them is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And they're able to not have to sacrifice their sound. They don't have to sacrifice their ideas or nothing. They just got the green light. So that's a dope situation. You know what I mean?
Respect on that. And, before we head out of here, you know what I'm saying? Because this is the first of many interviews. We're going to do a lot of stuff. I got a whole package I want to put together for you. And we, the fans that are tuning, you're going to see something special. Would you ever sign to an independent label?
Absolutely. I feel like if the situation is right, and if we could come to an agreement, because that's basically what it all is at the end of the day. It's just two parties coming together and saying, you know what, I need this. The other person saying, I need this. Okay, let's work on this, and then we come together. So I definitely would. I would not be opposed to signing independent label, not at all.
Well, we'll talk after this, because I want to give you a single deal with me. So I got a couple beats that I need some rappers on. So we hook that up.
Oh, that's dope, man. That's love, man. I'm looking forward to that.
I
want
to surprise you with that. I was like, I got a beat for like a specific, because everybody be asking me for beats. And then I'll be sending out beat packs, and they don't never. I'm waiting around looking like a fool, because like they don't never respond back. But I'll give it to you because I know you're working. You feel me? So,
I appreciate that, man. For real, yo. I'm looking forward to working with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
of course,
we gonna definitely make some magic happen.
Definitely, and we got to talk about this single, "So Jealous."
Yes, sir.
Like I said, man. Who produced that?
The legendary Jimmy Kendricks, man. I'm pretty sure you know who he is. But for people that's listening that don't know,
I used to engineer his artists. I used to engineer for him when he first started. So not him specifically, but the artists I was working with used all Jimi Hendrix beats. So Jimmy Kendricks beats.
So So he's Grammy nominated. He done work with all our favorite artists: Jay-Z, Ja Rule, 50. Lloyd Banks, Mariah Carey. So his resume is crazy. So I was able to be blessed enough to work with him. I met him a couple years back, and he just was feeling my energy, man. And he's so down to earth. I was almost like waiting for him to be Hollywood. He deserved to be Hollywood for all he did accomplished. But the way he was so down to earth, and the way he was just like chopping with me and giving me jewels, and you know what I'm saying, teaching me about this. I was like, yo, this is crazy. This is dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I actually, that song, So Jealous, is actually old. I recorded it and tucked it, and I was just waiting for the right time. So, the quarantine hit, and I was like, man, listen, I'm gonna just activate my plan now, but just alter it because of the quarantine. So that's why I was able to drop that and drop some merch with it too. So people been loving it so far, man. So I appreciate everybody that's been supporting the record and supporting the teas as well.
Yeah, man, we're gonna definitely blast that off on the podcast and the radio show. So you're gonna get that played too. Yeah, man. But Johnnie Floss, man, thank you for calling in. Thank you, man. Like I said, we ain't gonna keep you too long. And we're just gonna get we're gonna get that feeling and that vibe in. So give the people your social medias. How can they connect? How can they link with you, brother?
Yeah, everything is Johnnie Floss. That's JOHNNIEFLOSS. That's on Facebook. That's on Twitter. That's on Instagram, and that's on my website, Johnniefloss.com. And man, I want to thank you for having me, man. I appreciate this.
Nah, not a problem, brother. Not a problem, man. And if you're just now tuned in, like I said, man, it's Johnnie Floss, Brooklyn's own, man. It's the pregame party mix podcast right here on 13 podcast networks. The Rush Hour Party Mix on TuneIn app, Smack 'em Radio, Connecticut's own Smack 'em Radio. And tune in, like I said, man. Log in 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. It's Worldwide Soundz Records own DJ Chase, man. Johnnie Floss, man. Introduce this record, bro.
Oh yeah, man, this is So Jealous. Ladies, fellas, y'all can relate, because everybody, what makes this record so dope is it's three different outlooks on it. It's the woman with the, oh, if I can't have him, nobody can. Then it's the woman that's like, where's this other chick coming from? And it's the guy like, yo, I don't know what to do at this point. So I think y'all gonna rock with this, you know what I mean?
There you go, man. Like I said, man, it's DJ Chase and we out. Cheer!
Yes, sir.
Hello, Johnny. I mean, I know at first I act like I didn't like you and wasn't feeling you, but how you gonna take her to that spot? You know that's our favorite spot. All I wanna know is, what is it about her? Why is it not me? Call me back. You know who this is.
Joe, had my eye on you for so long. Yes, you're a goddess. Used to tell you you were beautiful, but you were being modest. Thinking while I'm working out, doing extra flexing. Smile blew me away, and I love your skin complexion. You look at me up and down, then give me the smirk. Talking about you looking great, Johnny. Keep up the good work. Gave me the vibe like you were someone I deserved. And when I asked you out, that's when you hit me with the curve. I never looked at you as being out of my reach, till you hit me with the, you like my little brother speech. I laughed to myself like, wow, she turned me down, knowing that I got the charm and $1 million smile. I gotta get back, I ain't used to no rejection. Like Chase said, put my pimping back into perspective. But what really made me grin is that she got jealous when I got attention from another woman.
Should've been you, but you were playing games. Now you look like a fool. Getting on that, seeing me with another girl, and now you're all alone. Girl, you're jealous. You're jealous.
So I'm chillin' with the new chick, trying to get to know her, making sure that I'm a gentleman, the way a man's supposed to. It's always a good time, anytime we link. Always got some good food, and sometimes we get some drinks. Then I see Monique, like nah, she wouldn't dare. She walks over like, wow, can't believe you brought her here. She like, oh boy, this whole thing is so fake. It's no way both of y'all sitting here on a date. I look at her in shock, face kinda delirious. I stared and said, wow, Mo, you can't be serious. You being a savage, this more than curious. And trying to cause a scene in public makes me furious. Know you probably thinking to yourself, this ain't fair, but you had the opportunity to sit up in that chair. And after all that, all I did was grin. She was jealous, I got attention from another
Should've been you, oh yeah, but you were playing games. Now you look like a